everyone, I'm Mark, and you're watching Living Well, Uintah Basin, where success is defined by you. On Beyond the Couch this week, we get to go to Roosevelt for the first annual mud run. It was a fun, dirty mess, let me tell you. On Dish by Dish, there's a gal who makes a tasty crockpot spare rib dish. And on your way, we're gonna hit the lake, kayak style. So come with us, you're gonna enjoy this show.
Living Well, Uintah Basin, presented by Ashley Regional Medical Center. Also made possible by Anadarko and Uintah Recreation District. Living Well, Beyond the Couch.
Red Mud Run 2013! Woo!
It's scary. We're excited.
Yeah, I'm extremely thrilled. I'm gonna get so dirty, you're gonna get dirty.
If you come to something that is in your way, it is meant to go over or through. So that is the obstacle.
Are you going to get dirty?
I'm gonna get as dirty as I can.
She's always dirty.
You will find yourself wet about a quarter mile into it, and you'll never be clean until you shower.
awesome. It's definitely worth my time. My favorite part was the mud puddles. Yeah, the big mud puddles and the slide in the rock wall. Yep.
It was super fun. It was really tiring, but it was super fun. Like the mud, I just wanted to dive in it and swim around like a fish. I would definitely do it again.
I thought it was pretty muddy.
The mud run was absolutely awesome.
Yes, it was.
My favorite part of the mud run was being able to hang out with my friends and run through the mud. Trapped in the mud, we challenged ourselves. We climbed through the dumpsters. The mud run was awesome. The mud run rocks.
Living well, dish by dish.
It's summer, and finding recipes that are easy to cook this time of year are perfect. Today I have Lindsay Hackford with me, and she's going to show us how to make a crock pot dish. Now Lindsay, you told me earlier, you call this a man's dish.
Yes. Most crock pot dishes are soups and pastas. This is a man's dish. This is our crock pot ribs that every man loves. Every man I've ever cooked this for, my dad, my brother, my husband, they love it.
All right, so she's going to show us how to, first step, you've got your meat.
Yes. This is like the easiest meal. I just take my crock pot, spray it with nonstick spray, take your meat right out of the package. I just cut it open and dump it in. It's like really, truly that easy.
Anything that can go from the bag to the crock pot is good for me.
I'm using spare ribs just because I like that they don't have bones and they're a little bit cheaper than a regular pack of ribs. But you can use any kind of ribs that your family likes and I just thaw them out, put them in the crock pot, and then
so no browning.
No browning. You just put them in raw. You can even put them in frozen if you're gonna cook it all day long. Frozen.
A little longer
yeah.
frozen.
Yep, it'll just take a little bit longer. So I just put them in the crock pot after I spray it with nonstick, and then just take garlic powder and sprinkle it kind of all over. I don't really have exact measurements just because I just kind of season it to taste, just kind of enough to coat them.
All right, you're just covering the, I can flip those if you want.
Yes, perfect. So I just kind of take a little garlic powder, then a little bit of your onion powder, and most people have all of this stuff in their pantry. Yeah, it's not anything that's really weird that you're only going to use it for this meal. Salt and pepper.
So basically at this point, the only thing you're going to have to buy at the store is probably your ribs.
Yep, that's it. And like I said, just kind of season it to taste. We like a little less salt, a little more pepper, but I know some people like more salt than pepper. So just your own seasoning preference, put it in the crock pot, put the lid on.
I was going to say, is the lid go on
right now? That's it. And then you just turn your crock pot on low for about 8 to 10 hours. You can cook it all day long, but if you're like on a time frame, about 8 hours.
And I'm gonna say this really quick, because I do a lot of crock pot cooking, and sometimes you can do it on high for less hours, but the way to get these to just fall apart is low. Anytime you're cooking in the crock pot, the lower, the longer, the better.
Wake up, put it in the crock pot. As soon as I, making breakfast, throw it in the crock pot, turn it on low, and kind of forget about it.
Yeah.
We leave, we go to town, we go wherever, and it cooks all day.
Well, and that's what's nice. I had family here last week, and I did a meal like this every day.
Yeah.
And we'd go to the lake and we'd come home and dinner was ready.
Mondays and Tuesdays I work about 12-hour days. That's my only days that I work, and so it's crock pot every Monday and Tuesday because you just come home, dinner's ready, and you're ready to go.
It's perfect.
Yes.
It's perfect.
So then after you cook this all day long, you're gonna wanna mix up the glaze that goes over it, and this is like your barbecue glaze. And it is just 1 cup of brown sugar. And I already have this pre-measured, but just 1 cup brown sugar, 1 cup of ketchup.
So this is going on after it's cooked for the
Yeah, you just cook it all day, and then I actually mix this up in the morning just so I'm done. Like when dinner time comes, you are just ready to go.
Well, that's nice, so you're only cleaning up once too.
Mix it together, and then 1 can of 8-ounce crushed pineapple, and I drain most of my juice off just because I like a little bit thicker sauce.
Okay.
So if you just drain.
So if you don't drain the juice, you're just gonna have a thinner sauce.
Yeah, which I like a more caramelized barbecue sauce on my ribs. I like them to really get Yeah, that thick caramelized sauce on there. So dump your pineapple in. And just kind of mix all that together.
Now I saw you walking in with the baby food.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. This next thing you're going to think, what the heck? My husband's seen me mixing this and he was like, this better be good because I'm not eating baby food. But this is my secret sauce. When everybody says, what is that taste? What is that sweetness that they don't really know? It's not like a typical barbecue sauce you're gonna get out of the can. It's baby food prunes. Sounds crazy, but you just kind of pop it open. Most of them nowadays come in 2 packs. So you're just gonna use one of these,
Okay.
which I love because then you already have the other one on hand so you can make it again.
Okay.
Dump that
So this is our sauce.
Yes.
Our ribs are done. Are you gonna pour it right into the pan here, or do you take your ribs out and put them on something different?
I take my ribs out and put it on a baking sheet with aluminum foil.
Okay.
Line it up, and then I just take a brush, like a basting brush like this, get it, and just baste it. Sometimes I like it a little thicker, so I'll take my spoon, put it on, baste it, and then pop it in the oven, 350 for 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay.
Until it gets that caramely glaze, and then that's it. Take it
right.
out, serve it. Best ribs you'll have.
I love it. I love ribs.
Yes.
I'm excited to try this recipe.
It's good.
It's definitely going to be a go-to recipe next week.
Yes.
We appreciate you being on, and you guys are going to have to try it to see how it tastes. I didn't get to try it today, but I can tell you.
You can come over for dinner.
I'll come over.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's going to be good, so I'm anxious to try it myself. Thanks again, Lindsay.
Thank you.
Today's health and safety tip recommends that you socialize and make friends. Studies have found that people with an active social life and that spend time with friends are less likely to suffer from depression.
Living well, your way.
I'm up here at Red Fleet, and we're going to be visiting with a lady, Sharon Connolly, who's going to tell us a little bit about kayaking and why it's such a great thing to do with her and her family. So let's go talk to her and see what she has to say about it.
Hey, Lenny.
Hey, Sharon, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
I hope I don't run into you. You're a little better on this than I am.
No, we're good.
All right, we're up here at Red Fleet. We were talking about with our kayaks. Sharon, tell us a little bit. I know kayaking is a big part of your family. You guys come up and do this. You actually do this quite a bit with your children.
Mostly
so
with my kids. Well, my husband's at work. It's stuff that we could do with very little prep time. Makes it fun. We go out and just enjoy nature and the quietness together, and lots of things to talk about up here, you know.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, is what you liked about the kayaking, the quietness you just talked about. That's got to be a plus.
One of the funnest things we have enjoyed this year as we've been kayaking lots are noticing nature and learning things about nature that we haven't seen. The bird's nest built on the side of the wall has been so intriguing for my kids and I. Every time we come up, we have to, go out there to check the bird's nest.
So not only is it peaceful, but I know, from doing this a little bit myself, it's a good exercise.
My kids go home and they're tired. They sleep well at night when we've been out on the lake rowing. And, a lot of times they can work their leg muscles when they bike or they walk or play soccer, but they don't work their arm muscles very much. And this is a great place to work their arm muscles.
Well, I know the other day when you guys were up here and I took it out for a spin, and my arms were sore, and I could not figure out what it was, but it was the kayaking. I was quite sore, and I'm having a hard time maneuvering it here.
It's hard to stand still on the water.
Now, you don't come just to Red Fleet. You guys take them up even on the river.
We took them on the river about 2 weeks ago. And Jared and Dylan went down together the second time, and my older son Hunter and his friend Braxton went down the first time. They had a blast on the river on them.
And where else do you guys go? I mean, other than the river and obviously Red Fleet up here.
We took them up to East Park the other day.
Oh.
There's a pond up there.
The pond?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun. Well, I know up here at Red Fleet, I don't think a lot of people know this, but it's kind of becoming a big thing. A lot of people, I'm starting to see a lot of kayaking, paddle boarding has kind of become a big thing. And on August 8th and 9th. Is that, you know a little bit about it
It's
as well?
the Paddle Fest is what they
Fest.
call it. And they're going to have shut it down to all motorized boats. And we're going to have just kayaks and canoes and the little surfboards and everything out here. And we have vendors all around, you know, crafts and food and can kayak under the moonlight and music.
I think it sounds awesome.
Lots of fun.
And right now you can come up and you actually own your kayaks. That's the other thing I wanted to bring up. You own your kayaks, and one thing that I like is they're not big beastie things. I mean, they're pretty reasonable as far as toting around, and I even noticed your kids were carrying them around.
Yeah, they help carry them.
But that's one of the nice things about it too, is like I said, the kids can even help you load them, unload them. It's not you doing all the work, and you don't need the truck. I saw you brought them up in your Suburban. Well, you brought them up in your boat.
We've put them in our boat. We've put them in the back of the truck. We've actually, they're light enough. We've tied them when we went up to the river, floated down the green. We just flipped them over and hooked them on top of the Suburban. You don't have to worry about making sure they're full of gas or anything. You just up and go.
Cheap, and well, you know, the initial cost is probably a little bit, but then once you buy them, it's cheap entertainment to be able to come up and enjoy. Up here at Red Fleet, for those that don't know, they do rent them out. I didn't realize that till recently, but you can come up and you can pay, I think it's $15 for an hour or $50 for the day. Come up and try it, but if nothing more, if you haven't tried it yet, come up to the Paddle Fest. Give it a go. They're going to be letting you do it for free and trying it out, and it's just a great way to, you know, see if you enjoy something like this. Obviously, Sharon, have you guys done this for a while, or is this something new for you and your family?
Honestly, we got these kayaks for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
So this is the first year that we've done this.
Okay.
But we have loved it.
All right, so there you go. Sharon hasn't done it for long, but has fallen in love with it, and you guys might too. So, Sharon, thanks so much for being with us. We really appreciate it.
And thanks for kayaking with me.
Let's go out and actually kayak, and instead of trying to control ourselves here. So
that works. I'd rather be moving than trying to stay still.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us.
I love coming to Red Fleet because I really like the cliff jumping and I love kayaking. I got to be so good because I guess I was just born with it. I like kayaking with my mom because she doesn't go so fast so I can keep up with her.
Thanks for watching today's show, everyone. I want to remind you about VTV's 12 Weeks of Summer giveaway. Just like VTV Channel 6 on Facebook and you'll be entered in to win some great prizes. Until next time, live well, Uintah Basin.